I had a lot of fun watching Playful Pan. This is a really delightful silly symphony. Actually getting towards the end of the silly symphonies now, I don't have too many left to see. If this is how the final ones are going to be and this is the strength of them, I'm going to be pretty happy. This one was released in 1930, directed by Burt Gillett, and stars this delightful little character, Pan, based on the mythological god Pan, of course. And I love the design of this character. He's quite short, but he has a pretty typical, recognizable design. And I thought he was quite delightful. And a little creepy looking, actually. And he is playing his pan flute, and the animals in the forest are enjoying it. Everybody's having a really good time. But then a lightning strike happens, and the forest begins to set on fire. Not for the first time in a silly symphony is a tree on fire and desperately looking for water. I don't know what Disney had against trees and setting them on fire. But Pan plays a role in helping to resolve this problem. I won't say any more. I won't say how it resolves itself. I don't want to ruin it. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. He utilised what he had at his disposal to help the situation and to help, obviously, the forest creatures and the trees stop burning to death. It was quite striking. This happened, as I said previously, in... I can't remember which silly symphony, but there's a silly symphony where there is a forest fire, and it was quite dark and quite scary, actually. And this is similar here. Very similar tone and style. But I still enjoyed it. I really liked the character of Pan. It's not my favourite silly symphony, but I did enjoy it. The animation style is lovely, the characters are great. I think it takes a dramatic twist after the lightning strike, and suddenly you are emotionally invested in what happens to these creatures in the forest because you've had a little bit of a good time with them. It works well. Definitely not my favourite because there are some really strong silly symphonies, but if I were to suggest a silly symphony, if you haven't seen any and you want to watch one for the first time, definitely I'd say you could do worse than Playful Pan. It's a pretty good representation of the kind of thing you can expect from a silly symphony, with great music, interesting characters, a lot of dancing wildlife. That's a pretty prominent feature. Definitely one to check out.